Yo, 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 what up? It's Bostjan from Bosslifehacks.com, and today I'm inviting you a mi casa. Today we'll talk about vision boards, okay? I'll tell you why vision boards are super important tool in achieving your dreams, in really doing what you want, and how you can benefit from that. So we'll first go through the creation of a vision board, then I'll tell you how a vision board actually helps you and the principle and the mechanics behind it, and in the end I'll guide you through my vision board just to get an example of how powerful it can be. So first of all, the creation, basically you want to start off with some magazines, okay? Get 5-6 magazines, newspapers, whatever, things that you can cut that you don't really need. You can buy them or just get some used ones. It doesn't really matter because you'll find the right sort of things in pretty much all of them. What I do recommend though is that you kind of get different ones, right? Either get magazines from different areas, you know, like different topics. I took some, I don't know, car magazines, gym magazines, travel magazines, lifestyle magazines, like different sort of things, right? So once you have all that, you also need a sort of a poster, you need some pens, some glue, some pin-up posts, like different things, right, that will kind of help your creativity. Now granted, based on your like skills, it might look like mine, you know, like something like that a third grader did, but it doesn't really matter because it's for you and it's gonna work for you only, right? So basically once you have all those materials ready, I also recommend you take quite some time, maybe 2-3 hours is a good period of time. Make sure your phone is disturbed. If you can, do this in privacy, because it's just better if you can really delve into it, really engage, you know, like your whole mind, all your dreams and ideas. It's gonna just be a more solid result, right? And then you just like start listing through those magazines and see what kinda catches your eye, you know, just see what you notice, and where you stop, something that appeals to you, just cut that out. Don't worry about making a perfect cut, like just cut it and go on. It's kind of like brainstorming, right? When you brainstorm for new ideas, the goal is to get as many as possible, and then you do the selection later, right? The same here, just cut out everything that catches your eye, do it quick, and then roll on, okay? The goal is to get like a big nice pile of solid cutouts from which you will later on begin to build. Now once you have those cutouts, then the actual work starts. So first of all, you take that poster, you put it on the table, and then I advise to sort of split it in a few general areas, right? Maybe business, relationship, health, lifestyle, fun. I don't know, it should only be a few, let's say 3 to 5, not too many, and there's no like rigid lines, you know, you don't even have to do that, but I find it that it helps for me, right? And then what you start doing is just sort of like look at those areas and just go through your cutouts and just start pasting them, like just glue them up and paste them wherever it feels right. You can twist them around, turn them around, put one over the other, put a lot of them together, or make a lot of empty space around. Basically really do what feels right, you know, really do what feels right. And you can also use the pens to add some words or sentences. What works really well for me is add like a certain goal or a certain statement that's very important for me. I'll get to that at examples area. Just really add things that really have powerful emotional value for you, okay? The same is with pictures. Ideally, all the pictures should mean something to you, right? And then you just start putting that feeling, you know, the whole thing, and you'll pretty much know when you're done. When you kind of have nothing to add, you're pretty much done. You can add things, you know, in the next days or whatever. And a quick test is if you sort of like lift it from the table, have a look at it and see if there's something missing. Is there something missing? Do I need something else? And then you sort of find what you're looking for, add that, and then basically you completed your vision board. Congratulations. All right, now let's go straight to the good stuff. How and why it works. So basically it works by repetition, okay? It only works if you look at it every day. I recommend looking at it every day twice for at least a few minutes, and really look at it. Go through the pictures, feel, observe what they mean to you, read through the things that you've written, and really think about that. At least a few minutes, 2 times a day, right? And you'll see what starts to happen is you start to train your reticular activation system to notice those things in your daily life. If you put in a lot of like healthy food there, then you're gonna, you know, eat healthy. Like, you know, if you put there like avocados and shit like that, like when you see a pizza, like somewhere in the back of your mind you're gonna be like, shit, like I should be eating avocados, not fucking pizza, right? If you put in like make X amount of money, you'll be like playing computer games or just chilling or doing whatever, you know, and in the back of your mind it's gonna be, oh fuck, but I'm supposed to make money, right? You know, if you put on your relationship and it's like, okay, I should meet new people in order for me to get some solid relationships, and you're just sitting on your ass at home, again, it's gonna make you think like, where am I, where I want to be, and I'm not doing the actions needed, right? So it's gonna propel you. That's the first thing. The second thing is it works on a subconscious level. Okay, some of the things that you feel from that specific picture, an example I'll show later is, for example, like a meditation picture that I have there. You can't even explain with your words and logical actions the feeling and the intensity of that picture, but it still gets impressed in your subconscious mind, okay? Like, it's gonna stay there, okay? Because as we said, you only took the pictures and statements and words that are important to you, right? So it's gonna like work your magic, provided you look at it every single day, at least 2 times a day for a few minutes, right? Results won't be instant, it's gonna take a while, but it's definitely going to work, right? There's also the third way why it works is because if you put it on a visible place, such as a wall in your room, people will see it, okay? All your flatmates, friends, family, whoever visits you at your house, they will see it, okay? Which means it's no longer some crazy dream, it's no longer some bullshit. No, you put it out there, right? You are committed to achieving those things, like you really want to. And they're gonna call you out, they're gonna be, aren't you supposed to make a shitload of money? Like, what's up, right? Or like similar to that, okay? Yes, some people might laugh. Yes, some people might be like, oh, like you're never gonna do that. My advice is like, kick those people out, like never, you know, like let them never visit you again. Obviously, this is very private, this is very sensitive, but you should, you know, you should take good care of it, okay? So make sure that you kind of select who sees it. But anyway, if it's in your room, like there shouldn't be people coming that you kind of can't trust them to see that, right? But again, outside leverage, it's gonna help you to really perform, to really achieve what you want, right? All right, now that we kind of covered on how to do your vision board and a few mechanisms of why it works, let me quickly guide you through mine one and explain to you why this is so powerful, right? All right, so here's my vision board. I'm gonna quickly show you around. The light is not super amazing, but I think the focus is okay, and you're gonna see also, you won't obviously see my face that much, but the goal is to see the vision board anyway, right? So let's get straight into it. Basically, I divided it into a few parts, as you can see, okay? Here's more like the healthy food part. Here's more like the travel part, more relationship girls part, more business, sort of focus, drive, and there's a little bit of spirituality as well, okay? And also obviously the book here connected to the business part and, you know, personal goals, etc., etc. Now, here's why this is so powerful. Let's take this one, for example, okay? Palm trees, right? Like palm trees in like the dark. I would prefer it to be sunny, but fuck it, like the picture doesn't really matter. Palm trees, right? Palm trees for me are super important because, yeah, the focus is shit, but palm trees are super important because it's a sense of freedom for me, okay? When I see palm trees, it means freedom. It means like good weather, sun, like I could do pretty much whatever I want. Like in Barcelona, there's a lot of palm trees. I really love that, right? It's amazing feeling when I see the palm trees. Also, you can see them here, right? Then you can see some like other cool travel places, you know. I like sort of islands, blue water. This is kind of fantasy, like kind of nice. I really like cities, okay? I like cities with a lot of people, with a lot of lights. Really like cities, right? So this for me is like shit, like yeah, like these are the places I want to visit. These are the types of, you know, environments where I want to be, where I want to live, okay? And when I see that, I'm like shit, like I'm gonna do whatever it fucking takes to do that, right? There's also Tarifa and Cadiz, which is again, it's just like a name of a city in Spain, right? It doesn't tell you much. But for me, it has a crucial importance as well. Why? Because I met some girl at the airport. Nothing happened, by the way. Like, we just talked, and she recommended me these two cities. And see, my problem is I'm just like really focused on work, gym, etc. So I'm just in Barcelona, right? I don't even like in 6 months I didn't even go out of the fucking city, right? So these are two cities I want to visit, and this is like propelling me. Okay, don't just stay here, but maybe go out and explore a little bit more, right? Then let's go on. Here's like a Magic the Gathering card, and this is from, I believe, Final Fantasy, right? Those are little things that, besides travel, remind me that like I need to have some fun as well, okay? Working really hard is obviously epic, but I need to have some fun too, you know, and that's what reminds me. Even though it's like super nerdy Magic the Gathering, Final Fantasy, I still like it, right? Let's go to the healthy food. These are the fruits, because I noticed that if I eat more volume of foods, you know, it's gonna be easier to basically consume less calories but still feel full, so not be hungry. Fruits help here. Obviously, bananas, for example, have way less calories than something else that is sweet, like muffins. So you can eat a lot more bananas instead of muffins, and you're better off, right? Pull-ups, you know, I want to do a sick amount of pull-ups. Here you can see some deadlifts, and I also write squat and deadlift 150 kg. That's my goal in some time. It's gonna take a while, but fuck it. OCB, slim filters. The thing is, you know, I do smoke weed, so whenever I smoke I tend to overeat, so I'm really cutting on the smoking part, and I need to figure it out. Maybe only smoke on a cheat day where I can eat and things like that. Again, this reminds me, right? So what happens? What happens if I am not on a cheat day and I go smoke, and then I see this? It's like in my face, right? It's like in my face, like, dude, like, you said you won't do it, but you're still fucking doing it, you know? And if you do this day by day, in the end, you won't even do it, right? Let's go on. Elon Musk, incredibly motivational person for me because of his vision, his drive, you know? There's like the dark years, meaning that, you know, like every successful person needs to put in like the dark years, you know, meaning like they need to put in a lot of intense work before the results start to show. It's sort of like bamboo, right? Like you plant it and then there's nothing, and then like in 5 days or a few weeks it just shoots up and grows, right? Another thing that I mentioned before, really cool, like, you know, just a picture of like a Buddhist walk, right? And then I have you even meditate, bro. And this reminds me of Vipassana retreats where you meditate for 10 days in silence. Like, it's really hardcore, right? And you only have like 2 breaks a day, and during those breaks you can't do much because you don't have any computers or books or whatever. You can only walk, right? So basically you like walk facing down so you don't make eye contact with others, and a lot of shit is going in your head when you do that walk, right? So again, this reminds me of that time, and when I'm stressed in my day-to-day life, I'm like, shit, like this stress right now is nothing compared to what I had there, right? So that's why this is here. And if I look again at it day after day after day, this will train me to become better, yeah? So let's go on. Here you see some pretty girls, and you see some pretty girls doing like squats and eating clean and meditating, and like maybe with a vision, you know? Why? Because I really, you know, want to meet partners that are sort of similar interests than me, also on their way, also with a strong vision. I think that's really important for me. Maybe if in the past I would just like meet pretty much any girl who likes me, like my standards are higher now, and this reminds me of that fact, right? What else? There's like some fancy cars, there's like 10K a month, like I really want to do this in the next 2 to 3 months. You know, and again, like, you know, if I'm just chilling, you know, I'm like, yeah, let's go party, and then here's like 10K a month. If I'm not having 10K a month, I'm like, fuck, like what's happening, right? So I need to get that shit, yeah? So, again, this is how it reminds you, you know? Again, like, this is a focus, determination, reminds me Arnold Schwarzenegger, another great role model. Last but not least, obviously, big central place is a book, you know? Like, fuck it, it's kind of cool. I published a book, right? It's pretty sick. So this motivates me. It's like, okay, if you put your fucking mind to it, you can do pretty much what you want, right? So that's why this is here, and that's what this, even though it's almost falling off, reminds me. So there you go. I walked you through, not through everything, but through most of it, just so you see how it looks like. And now a short outro, and then we're done. Yo, alright. So this was the vision board, okay? We talked about how to create one, we talked about how it works, and I showed you my personal example, and then you get a few ideas of why this might be so powerful, okay? Let me know any questions that you have in the comments below. I'll definitely check all of them. Here's a task, or like a challenge for you, okay? Make your own vision board and send me a picture, okay? This will be sort of accountability for you. This will be leverage. I promise I won't share it with anybody except if you give me explicit permission. I can maybe even post it on some Instagram stories to, you know, inspire some other people. But definitely make it. You'll see. Give yourself a few months and you'll see how powerful this shit is, okay? In the beginning I was also like, woo, like this is some fucking alien shit, like it's not gonna work. But then a few people I really respect recommended the same sort of thing. I did it, and like things got good, you know? So yeah, hopefully this helps you. Again, this was Bostjan from Bosslifehacks.com. Check it out, and yeah, let me know. Peace out.